What's good, YouTube? DM Gaming, man. I gotta adjust my mic real quick. Hope everybody's having an awesome day, man. Guys, college football is in full swing. We are getting close to the first month. We do have the title update actually out today. So if you haven't checked that out, get into the game, download that title update, and let's see and see what the differences are. There's patches, there's bug fixes and things like that. I wonder what's different with it. But we'll find out as time goes on. And this is the first of many title updates, guys. So if you have an issue, I can't stress this enough. Tag Scott O'Gallagher, tag some of these developers, tag people in it. You know what I'm saying? Getting on Twitter and just complaining to Twitter isn't gonna do it. You need to do something that's gonna get their attention. So either put hashtag college football 26 or put at college football or at, one of the developers or something. And I'm not saying do it complaining, trash talking. Oh, y'all are lazy, y'all da 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 da. Like, bro, you're not gonna get heard that way. If you want to get heard, be professional about it. You know what I'm saying? Not saying don't be upset about something. I'm not saying don't be upset. If you're upset, you're upset. But cussing out a person, calling them lazy, blah blah blah, like, you're not gonna get no results that way because they're not being lazy. Y'all gotta understand how game development works. They're doing what they are paid to do. Okay. Your anger should more likely be, I've said this many times, be directed at the executives. Because, guys, if developers made the games that they want to make, we would all, they're gamers as well. They want to make the game the same way that we want the game. But the executives say, no, let's do this, let's do that. And I'm telling you, I used to cover Madden on the channel. That's two reasons why I don't cover Madden anymore or hadn't covered Madden or stopped covering it. Number one, the executives believe that they know better than what the fans want. Guys, I see this in every game. Destiny is the same way. The community literally says this is what we want, and the executives at Bungie, at Sony, say, no, y'all don't want this, y'all want this. Because at the end of the day, their job is to make money, guys. And I'm going to be honest with you. If they gave you exactly what you asked for, there would be nothing to improve upon, okay? And there would be no profit margin for them. It wouldn't. If they gave you the perfect football game right now, because literally, what do people complain about? People complain, oh, this ain't nothing but another title update, blah, 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 blah. So if they gave you a football game that had every single thing in it that you ever wanted, the next rendition of the game would literally just be a title update. So that leads me to say this. Should yearly releases just become live service games? You know what I'm saying? Should college football become a live service game? Should Madden become a live service game? 2K26 live service. And if you don't know what a live service game is, a live service game is something like Destiny. They put out a title and they just update it. They do expansions and things like that throughout the lifespan of that game. And then like maybe 5-6 years down the road, they come out with, okay, we're going to do it on a new engine or we're going to upgrade it drastically. And they'll do like the second version of it. You know what I'm saying? So if they, I could see them doing that. I could see that working with a football game. With a yearly release title is making it a live service game. You know what I'm saying? But that's not really the thing for this video, guys. The thing I want to talk about with this video is about the game itself. It seems the community is really divided. On one hand, you have people such as myself, people such as Kurt. You even had Des Bryant come out and say that this game is good, that it resembles a lot of real life football. Now, is it a mirror image of real football? No, it's not. It's at the end of the day, it's still a video game. But as far as simulation goes, this is one of the most simulation football games that we've ever had. And people are going to disagree with that, but it's the truth. And, are there bugs in this game? Yes. What game doesn't have bugs? We see people posting isolated incidents and they try to say that the game is trash. Your lineman missed the block and just stood there and you say the whole game is trash because of it. Because, it's not. You're watching My Dynasty right now. And I can tell you there's probably 2 times in my 15-hour streaming that a lineman does that. And, I've played in that 15 hours, we played through an entire season. And only twice that's happened? Guys, I'm telling you, a big issue with this game is not an issue at all. We ask for simulation football, and people are beginning to learn that they just don't understand football concepts. That's the truth. And I think ego is telling people that, no, I don't want to admit it. Oh, no, the game's just bad. My pass blocking is terrible. Are you using pass protections? Yeah. Okay, what pass protections are you using? Guys, I literally saw somebody post the other day about them the same way that they have stunts and twists in the game. They said on pass plays, you should be able to hold the button down and be able to adjust between a 1-step, 2-step, 3-step, 4-step, and a 5-step drop. You know how retarded that is? Your passing routes are literally built on those drop back concepts. So what's the point of having a 1-step drop when everybody's running go routes? And the defense is in a cover 4, backed up. You literally just standing there for no reason. Like, that doesn't make sense, and it just shows how people truly don't understand schemes. Okay? This game gave you the capability to adjust, have more creative control over how you run your offense and how you run your defenses. And guys, you got to use those tools. I've made videos about it. Kurt's made videos about it. There's people out there. I'm not talking about the Eric Rayweathers that are telling you, oh, this is the best defense. That bullshit. Don't nobody want to hear that. That's the reason online sucks now, because everybody just goes and uses the best plays possible. Now, I'm not saying Eric's a bad content creator, because Eric he does videos with tips and tricks, but there are people in the community such as himself and others who do literally post videos saying, use this defense, use this offense, bruh. And so you get online and that's all people are doing. The Wildcat. Kurt literally had a video showing him stopping that Wildcat crap. So it's a matter of scheme, guys. Some plays are generally going to work better than others. You know what I'm saying? That happens every single year. There's really no way around it just from coding issues. But even with that being said, it can be stopped. It can be stopped. The issue is, and this is why I don't really play online particularly, is because they have what's called the meta. And it's plays that people know are going to work no matter what, or not no matter what, but they're a lot harder to stop. Now, I'm going to say this. Because you watch me play my dynasty, and the teams that I have struggled with the most online are teams that run the veer and shoot. Doesn't mean that the veer and shoot is broken. Guys, in real life, the veer and shoot is extremely hard to defend against. This is why you have more teams transitioning to it. Okay? It was the same way when they went from running I form to running shotgun formation. The same way when they went from running shotgun to running spread concepts out of that. The same way they went from running that to running air raid. The veer and shoot is a fairly new offense that is going to be taking the college football world by storm the more people get it, develop it, and run it. Because it literally defies everything that you do defensively. Defense is predicated. Why do you think defense is predicated on space? That's what makes a defense successful. If they can shorten the field, why do you think it's so hard to score in the red zone? Because the defense has shortened the amount of field that the offense has to work with. Okay? In real life, generally, it is tougher to score in the red zone than it is anywhere else on the field. Because the offense doesn't have as much field to work with, and it limits their playbook. Okay? So likewise, the veer and shoot is a defensive nightmare to play against and to prepare for against, because it spreads the defense out dramatically across the field. Your corners are going to be playing outside the numbers. And that means you're going to have to put a safety out there too if you're running stack formation. I love the stack, and that's the reason why it works so well. Now, one thing you'll notice is in College Football 26, the computer does a good job of stopping it. There are some teams that you will play that can stop the spread stack. Guys, I'm going to tell you straight up, the 3-3-5 stack defense is great against the veer and shoot wide stack formation. When computer runs it, it makes it hard to run the ball, and it makes it hard to pass the ball. Because you got those 6 guys in the box, and then you have the other 5 guys in coverage covering 4 wide receivers. See, that's scheme right there. I have 4 receivers on the field, 2 on one side, 2 on the other. Okay? By running a 3-3-5 stack, you have 6 guys in the box compared to 5 for the offense. So you're at an advantage there. And then you're at an advantage in the secondary because you have 4 wide receivers in the stack. Two on one side, two on the other. They're stacked, but you got 5 DBs. So now you can play a 1 high safety look with the other 2 corners and safeties playing over the 1 and 2 receivers on both sides. That's called scheme. But people don't understand that. And rather than try to learn that, they just say that the game is bad. I literally saw this dude. I don't know if he was trolling or not. MMG, he's a EA Sports content creator. He's on their squad. You know what I'm saying? And he literally posted a video of a ball being tipped in the air and the computer coming down with it, catching it and running into the end zone for a touchdown. And he said that the game is bad. He got mad about it. I don't know. Like I said, he could have been trolling. He could have just been joking around. I don't know. But it's people that do stuff like that. As if you can't turn on real college football film and see a ball being tipped in the air high and the offense coming down with it and scoring a touchdown. Guys, the way that people talk online, on Twitter and stuff, is like they expect every play to work out perfectly in their favor. And guys, that is crap. That's a load of crap. You can't. Pass protections break down all the time. Half the time, y'all are playing with these 1 and 2 star teams going against 4 and 5 star teams and wondering why your pass protection is breaking down. I can tell you right now, if you are, say, playing with, let's take a Boise State against Alabama, and you're wanting to throw the football, guys, what is Boise going to do in real life? They're going to start out with quick hitting schemes, quick hitting pass plays, okay? You might get 3 or 4 yards, but you're knick-knacking down the field. What it's going to do in the game, the defense, with a team like Alabama, they're going to adjust. So they're going to bring tighter pressure. And that's when you take a shot and hit them over the top with a vertical threat. That's called scheming. Run it up the middle. Inside zone, inside zone, inside zone. They pack the box. Now it opens up you to be able to run sweeps and things like that to the outside. Guys, I have hours of live stream content of me doing these things in game, playing with a Mississippi State, beating LSU, Auburn, Alabama, undefeated Georgia, undefeated Miami. It's on film. And I'm literally doing that with a few concepts at that. I come out in my stack formation. My initial play is inside zone. Depending on how they line up, I may check to all goals. If I may check to the RPO. I may check to the double ends. I have different plays that I check from that one initial play. So yeah, you may say, DM, yeah, you come out and you run inside zone a lot. It sets up the defense. From inside zone, I have 4 other plays that I can run. So me coming out, lining out in that one play, from that one play, I can run 5 different plays. That's called audibling. That's called checking. They do this in football all the time. And it's teams that I've played, like Alabama, where they adapted so well to everything that I threw at them. You know what I'm saying? So, guys, I'm going to say this, real talk. This isn't even touching the sliders. People are complaining about pass blocking, but don't want to go adjust the sliders to increase their pass blocking. Literally go into the settings and increase it, and they will perform better. But ego, like I said, ego is causing people to, I don't want to mess with the sliders. I feel like that's cheating. What the hell do you think the developers do? When the developers go in and patch a game, guys, they're essentially doing the same thing. So it's okay for the developers to go in and make pass blocking better. But if you do it yourself, God forbid you do it yourself, that's cheating. Well, I can't do that. That would be cheating. But the developers are doing the same thing. Because when you go in and you adjust the sliders, guys, it's changing the code in the game. It's telling the game to behave differently. And I tell people this, guys, if you are having issues with the game outside of a game-breaking bug, like whenever the play would freeze and you couldn't snap the ball, that's out of your control. But my pass blocking isn't good, go increase the damn sliders. Until because some of this is not a game-breaking bug issue. It's a scheme issue. You're just not as good at the game as you thought you were. And rather than admit that, you just say that the game is broken. But I'm telling you, if your pass blocking is not where you want it to be, go adjust the freaking sliders. Somebody literally argued with me in one of the comments on my video talking about nobody does that. Nobody understands what the sliders actually do. I'm like, brother, there is full communities of people that do sliders and test these sliders and know exactly what they do. That's an excuse. You just don't know what they do. But guys, sliders have been in games since Quarterback Club on Nintendo 64. Go into the game, adjust your sliders, have an enjoyable experience. Hey, the DBs aren't getting enough interceptions. Go increase it. Guess what? The game is going to make them play better to where they start getting more interceptions. I tagged Scott in something yesterday where it seems like last year the DBs were overpowered. They were getting interceptions all over the place. This year, the wide receivers are overpowered. Why? Because they said, you know what, DBs are, so they did the no look thing, no eyes, no pick thing or whatever like that. A good DB can still knock the ball down. Some people don't even know how to knock a ball down. They just want to go for interceptions all the time. And it's an issue. But what people don't understand is, hey, if my DBs aren't getting more interceptions than what I think they should be getting, go to the sliders and adjust it. It's not cheating. The developers are going to do the same thing, dude. They don't go into the game and physically adjust the sliders, but what they do when they go and patch these things is the same thing. They change the coding. Okay? You have control of that. I told y'all before this game came out that you have control of the type of game that you want to play with the sliders. We have so many sliders in the game, and they do that, guys. I know people are going to say, oh, no, that's just the developers being lazy. Shut your dumb ass up. It is not the developers being lazy. Here's the reason why I say that. Because for me, the game on Heisman is fine for the most part. I've gone in and adjusted my sliders so that computer doesn't tackle as well. I moved it from 50 to 45. And guess what? I'm happy with that balance. I moved it 5. Because my issue with Heisman, as y'all know, is that computer can break all kind of tackles, but the users can't break anything. And so I adjusted that to where we're on the same playing field. Now, it doesn't come down to, the computer makes you worse at tackling. It makes the computer better at breaking tackles. Now it evens the playing field, and it literally comes down to scheme. Can the computer adjust better? Can they scheme better? Because me playing on Heisman, that's what it should be. Heisman difficulty shouldn't be them making your players tackle worse or making the computer break more tackles and stuff like that or catch more balls. It should come down to scheme. Can the computer adjust to what you're doing and capitalize, and you vice versa? That's what it should come down to. And that's the type of game that I have now. Okay? So don't be afraid to go in there and adjust your sliders. People complain about wear and tear. Guys, turn on college football and show me where one running back plays the entire damn game. It doesn't happen. Texas Longhorns, my favorite team in college football, and they utilize 3 different backs. Hell, you might even see 4 sometimes. Alabama, all these teams do it. So what makes you think you're going to get in a video game and just utilize one running back? But guess what? The game gives you control over that. If you don't like that, then you can adjust wear and tear. Guys, in my dynasty with Mississippi State, I literally went into my settings and put to keep my running backs fresh. And my starting running backs still had over 100 yards rushing a game. So they still ate. But you got to understand, this game is set up more to play like real life. I've been telling y'all that about wear and tear. It forces you to recruit better. It forces you to, now you got to really pay attention to who your 3rd and 4th string running backs and receivers are. And your third string players matter now. Before it didn't. You would play your starters all game, and then you would put in your backups if you was up by a lot, just if you wanted to, for craps and giggles, just to play more realistic. Now you have to. Now you better damn sure have a good backup quarterback. You better dang well have some good backups on your team, because now you're going to have to play them. Because with wear and tear and even the transfer portal now, they'll leave if you ain't playing them. So people aren't liking the realness of this game. Now you're starting to see the struggles that real coordinators have preparing for offenses, high-powered offenses. You're starting to see how teams like your Louisiana Techs and your Kennesaw States don't play freaking Alabamas and Georgias and Miamis and stuff like that. They stick to their conference games. And why big-time schools like that pay those schools a crap ton of money to come and play there. Because they know they're going to get their teeth kicked in because they are just that much better. Guys, I'm telling you, dude, like the majority of your issues with this game is your scheme sucks and you don't understand football the way that you thought you did. It's different. And I told y'all, it's different seeing football from a fan standpoint. You're going to know the game, but you're not going to know the game like you would if you were someone that's played college football, not just high school, college. Okay. And then it's going to be a difference from you knowing the game from a coach's standpoint. Because I'm telling you, I've coached. You're going to see the game a lot different. And people sit there and crap on Kurt saying, oh, man, you working with EA, blah, 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 blah. And then a guy like Des Bryant says the same thing and crickets because he ain't working from EA. You could probably say that about me because I'm trying to be a game changer. But I'm trying to be a game changer so I can bring my expertise from playing college football, from coaching football to EA Sports so that they can do some stuff with the game. Because I still don't feel that Road to Glory resembles the secondary like it should. We had games in the past where you could do a one-hand jam or a two-hand jam. They took that out. We need that back. Give the corners that type of flexibility. If you're going to have limited positions, you need to give them more things that they are able to do. You know what I'm saying? I want to give that expertise to them on that. Hey, this is how you do coverages. Because some people don't understand palms. They don't understand match coverage. And so they pick it because it says cover 3 and they think it's just regular cover 3. There's a reason it says cover 3 palms. Palms and match are essentially the same thing. All it is, the difference between cover 3 palms and match is you start out in zone and long story short, you're going to switch to a man concept after so long. So in palms, for example, cover 2 palms or cover 3 palms, cover 4 palms, it's palms period. The corner and the safety, you got 2 receivers on that side, you got a corner and safety over there. What palms means is that if they're both keying the number 2 receiver, if number 2 receiver runs further than 5 yards vertical, then the safety is going to take him and the corner is going to take the number 1 receiver. Yes, they're starting out in the zone, but after so long, they're going to switch to a man concept. People don't understand this stuff and then they pick these plays and then wonder, oh, the secondary's busted. No, it's not. So if you're running a palms concept and they got 3 receivers on one side, you're going to be in some trouble because you're probably going to have a linebacker or somebody that shouldn't be covering somebody, and somebody's going to come open. So understand these concepts that you're using and scheme freaking matters. We need to do a breakdown on defense to teach y'all this. I'll be more than happy to do this, guys. You got to put your ego out the window and just admit that you don't know football like you thought you knew football. This game is not bad. From me being a coach, from me being a college football player, even a semi-pro football player, this game is dope because scheme matters. Ratings matter. All right? And when you understand scheme and you understand how to do these things, it makes the game difference. There's a reason I was able to play with Mississippi State. In this video, I'm playing with Boise. But prior to that, I won a national championship on Heisman with Mississippi State. And my quarterback sucked. If you go and watch that Dynasty playthrough, and people on the channel will tell you that was watching it, I couldn't throw deep to save my life because his accuracy was 70. I threw so many interceptions. And then, I think it was the LSU game that happened, I switched and I started throwing more short intermediate passing. And guess what happened? Offense got better. I didn't have the big plays that everybody wanted. The big plays, throwing plays downfield. It wasn't exciting to watch, but we nickel and dimed our way down the field and we scored and we won ball games all the way to winning a national championship. And you literally can go and watch that LSU game on stream. And you will literally hear me on the headset talking. Oh, they line up in this. I'm finna do this. Da, 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 da. I'm talking you through my thought process. And then to see it work on the field goes to show it's all about scheme, dog. It's all about scheme. Now, like I said, are you going to have times where your lineman just dumbs out? Yeah. Are you going to have times where your receiver drops a wide open pass? Yeah. Those things happen. Those things are going to happen. But it doesn't happen enough for somebody to say, oh, this game is bad. Y'all are posting these clips and you're not posting the clips where it worked in your favor. If the game is bad, the whole game is bad. The whole game is not bad. Blocking is not bad in this game. Blocking is very good in this game, and I've proven it. How you gonna come in the chat and argue with me when it's film of me playing the game on Heisman with default settings at the time? I didn't adjust, and even now, I didn't adjust blocking. Only thing I adjusted is the computer's tackling. I moved it down to 45. So my guys can break tackles the way the computer do. Because on Heisman, they break everything and you don't break nothing. And I'm like, nah, Nah, the game ain't gonna be determined on you making computer better at breaking tackles. This game is gonna come down to who can scheme better than the other one, as it should. And ratings, of course, because ratings still matter on Heisman. Because I've blown teams out 40, 60 some points to 7. Like, I've had blowouts. I've blown teams out. You know what I'm saying? So understanding these things, guys, like, come watch the channel, bro. Come watch it. Matter of fact, I got a whole freaking series on the channel. The playlist, the playbook playlist. Where is it at? Right here. College football play. And a lot of this is from last year. But the schemes matter. I'm telling you these schemes, and what I'm telling you is personnel that you need to run these certain schemes. I am a veer and shoot connoisseur. I love veer and shoot. That's the offense that I run. Can I run a different offense? Absolutely. But, people think it's a cheese offense, and it's not. Especially not in this game, because everybody that's been played in the veer and shoot in this game will tell you a lot of times you can't even see your freaking you can't even see your dang receivers on the screen. So you got to learn how to read the game. I can tell if I see that corner and safety bail that I got that RPO open over there. So you start to read it a different way. It's actually harder to play against. And I guarantee you switch to the veer and shoot today, you're going to throw a crap ton of interceptions. But then you get used to it. You start to learn the routes, the plays, how things are structured, and you throw less interceptions. Okay? So go and check this stuff out, man. This information is here for us to get better and enjoy the game. You know what I'm saying? But aside from that, man, like, really and truly get into the film room. Go and study online real schemes and how they stop. Guys, I promise you, you can apply this same stuff and that you see in real life to the game. Now, is it going to be a mirror image of that? No. But you can go and apply this stuff to the game. I want y'all to have a better experience with this game. Go adjust your sliders. If your pass blocking ain't blocking good enough, go adjust the sliders. If run blocking ain't run blocking enough, go adjust the freaking sliders. And enjoy the game that you want to have. They give you the ability to do that. I think people just complain for the sake of complaining. Now, I get it. You can't do that if you're playing online. And like I told y'all, that's the biggest issue with this game is online play. People don't know football and they can't adapt to how the game is. And so online, they go and play online and they can't hang. And then people run in meta. Guess what? You ain't got to play online. Go play offline. Because online play is like that in every single game. You go to Call of Duty online, you're going to have people that play it nonstop, that are great at it, excellent at it. You're going to have cheaters, you're going to have scammers, and you're going to have what they call the meta. I played Destiny 2, been playing the past couple of days because the new DLC dropped. Guess what? There's meta. You go online to Crucible, and people are, for the most part, using the same guns, doing the same type of stuff because it's meta. This is what's better than everything else. You don't get that same experience offline, and that could be why I'm not seeing the experiences that y'all are experiencing, because I don't play the game online for that exact reason. For that exact reason. Because people know how to break the game, and they're gonna do it. They're gonna do it. This is why we get patch updates all year long. And that's why I told y'all, I really hope EA finds a way to patch online separate than offline, because it's not the same experience. Okay? If you're having these issues offline, go adjust your sliders. I get it online. You probably can't do that. You can't adjust the sliders, blah, blah, blah. But if you playing offline in a dynasty or something like that, bro, go adjust your sliders. There's no reason for you to be having a bad experience with wear and tear in your dynasties. There's no reason for you to have a bad experience with pass blocking and interceptions and stuff. I sat there and complained myself, and I had to do that. I had to say, you know what? F it. I'm going to go and adjust my damn sliders because I do not like how on Heisman, computer breaks every freaking tackle. And then it's gameplay mechanics like that you just saw on the screen, the height thing, you know, the jumping. I mean, not the jumping, the height of your quarterback. Some of y'all trying to make these passes, and you got a short quarterback passing in a pass lane that ain't open, and then wondering why you're not getting any yards or the passes are inaccurate. There's a lot of things going on here, guys. Real life stuff are starting to matter in the game. And I pray that they don't deviate from that just to please people who don't know football like they thought they did. If anything, just put an element in the game that makes it easier for people to understand and learn. And I've been a big proponent of this, is putting back a skill trainer in the game. Madden had it. Oh, NCAA 14 had a skill trainer. Teach you the mechanics of the game. But then also Madden, I remember Madden used to have where it taught you concepts. It taught you about cover 2. It taught you about cover 4. Palms and stuff is new to these games for the most part. teaching you about palms coverage. I'll be more than happy to go over that stuff with y'all because that stuff matters. People aren't understanding that. They're just picking cover 4 and not seeing match. They don't know what that is. And palms, they just, oh, it's just a different. Yeah, but now you're on there, and then they're not understanding why people are getting open. Because you can't run those concepts against certain passing concepts because you're going to be at a mismatch. So understanding when to run those things, when to do those things. More than happy to help. Subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, share the video. Guys, let's be great together, man. Come learn from us. Come learn from me. Come learn from Kurt. Find somebody to learn from. Put on some real life film and learn these concepts because I promise you, you can apply these same concepts to the real game. Guys, that's all I got for right now. Till next time, thanks for watching. Peace.